Hey everybody, welcome to False Reality Check. This is Buffalo Rambler.
This is Legs. Howdy.
And today we have an episode for you, just kind of expressing ourselves in a way.
Yeah, we've had guests on lately, and Buffalo and I haven't been able to sit down and chit chat.
Yeah, and we have some updates, but the big topic at hand was music.
Yeah, we just got on this music tangent. It wasn't really a tangent because I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But that was a big part of the episode.
Yeah.
Was our taste in music and just talking about concerts and raves that we'd go to and
Our past NPC life.
past NPC life.
Yeah, I really enjoyed our conversation.
Those were fun times though.
We had great times in our life, and we're having even better times now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and we talk a little bit about the podcast and what we've been fortunate enough to be a part of, and shower portals, and our dog's diet.
Yeah, our dog's diet. Some of our journey to get to this point.
Yeah, as I've said in the past, this is titillating.
Oh boy,
everyone!
If you love my NPR sounding voice, then elating. I was like, are you gonna finish that? It's titillating.
Titties.
Titillating titties. That sounds like a good band name.
Oh my.
But yeah, we talked about that. We talked about our journey this week to kind of grow the show a bit.
Yeah, and
getting lucky to be invited on other shows, and just blessing, man. We're so blessed right now. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and we do provide updates on Idaho.
Yes. For all of you up there who are so curious about when the fuck we're going to make it up there.
Yeah.
Because I'm also curious about it too. So we get into that. But yeah.
Did you want to mention?
Oh, the Instagram thing.
Yeah.
We have an Instagram now, folks. It's the same handle as Twitter. It's at FRC Pod, and that's because some other person took False Reality Check. So
really,
yeah, somebody who I don't really understand their posts. I'm not sure if they're like in America or somewhere else.
Oh my!
But
interesting
nonetheless. So go follow that person if you want to. But that's not us. We're at FRC Pod on Instagram now.
Yeah, and Buffalo is 100% in charge of that.
Yeah,
I'm
the manager.
I washed my hands clean of that crap. I cannot.
I
can't go back on that.
I'll do my best to keep the positive, but I just couldn't when we're talking about Oscar De La Hoya. So you'll know what the fuck I'm talking about when you go in there and check.
Yeah, your insanity is all over Twitter.
Yeah.
So that's where you put it. Like, I know you and I post on Twitter, but you definitely post more than I do.
I have like the machine gun method where I just fucking spray and run away.
You sure do.
Yeah.
And I just look at it, and I'm at the end of the day, and I'm like, oh lordy.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like 8 a.m, and you're like, oh shit, you've already said cunt like 7 times.
On a Monday.
And I'm like, wait,
this is how we're going to start our week?
Yeah. It's magical.
Oh my gosh.
So follow us on there as well if you're so inclined and you have an Instagram. If not, then just keep listening.
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoy this episode, and we'll get another great one out to you later this week. And we love you guys.
Love you all. Thank you.
Thanks for listening. It's been a long week, but a good week, I think.
I only worked 3 days.
Well, of course, it's a good week for
so
you.
It was a fantastic week.
So you're a fucking cheater, is what you're saying. I'm just kidding. No, you're
I was like, sure. Let's take some time. Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Bye.
Let's just say, the folks that are listening can't see my hands, but I'm doing bunny ear quotes. I worked 5 days a week this week.
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote. I got paid for it. So there we go.
So what you're trying to say is you worked But you didn't work?
I never said I didn't work. I never said that.
Okay.
No, don't put words in my mouth.
Okay. Sorry, I was just trying to figure out what's going on here.
Nothing.
So
You're dreaming.
technical.
Go to sleep.
So technical.
I thought it was a good week. I thought it was a good week. You know, I wouldn't say for work for sure, because I hate work. But for us, for the show, it was a great week. We had a fantastic week.
Yeah. I mean, we got invited on Zero with Sam Tripoli.
The great Sam
The
Tripoli.
great Christian warrior.
Yes, young
Sam
Christian
Tripoli.
warriors. He's teaching the way.
He cracks me up. Oh my God. I felt like I was just a giggling little girl.
I know.
He just cracks me up. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
I love to laugh.
I know. And when he was talking about, oh, you guys are the only ones on Union laughing at my jokes, and I was just like, but you're fucking funny. Like,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to not laugh? I thought that's involuntary.
I know.
It just comes out. And he was cracking me up on the show, and I was trying not to be like a giggling idiot in the microphone, but it was oh, you get it. You get it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was a fun time.
Yeah.
Definitely a fun time.
I enjoyed spending time on his show, and I really appreciate the invite. And we got to talk about a lot of interesting stuff. So check it out, folks. If you have Rockfin, his show Zero's on Rockfin, and I think the old episodes, he's gonna put them on like the audio, I think, for free.
I think so. I think most of his episodes are on Rockfin right now.
Yeah, but he said
for
something
free. I'm not sure.
He said something about like audio will be free.
Okay.
At some point, I'm not sure, but either way, it was great. We got to talk about our latest and greatest topic that we've been exploring is our spirituality.
Yeah. I mentioned the shower portal.
Yeah.
how I've been working on that. I'm still working on it.
Yeah. He seemed like he really, thought it was pretty interesting. I mean, I think it's cool when you first told me about it.
Yeah. And one of the things that stuck with me in our conversation with Sam was when he asked the question about using I am.
Yes.
And so I started incorporating that into my mantras, I guess, that I say when I'm in the shower, in my portal.
In your shower portal. Like Joe Rogan's float tank.
I use the water as a conduit
Yeah.
to connect to God, the source, whatever you want to call it. And I say my mantras, and I just connect.
For sure.
Try and block everything else out. Like it's a little meditation.
Is it like a baptism kind of for you?
Okay, yeah, if you want to put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it.
For young Christian warriors such as yourself?
Yes. So yeah, I say the mantras and then it cleanses my body. Then I step out of the shower with those intentions.
I see.
Into a new
brand new reality. That you're manifesting.
I'm manifesting with the I am intentions.
Yeah. I thought he dig that on the show. I think it's pretty cool. I have a hard time doing that because a lot of times when I'm in the shower, that's the time that I have to like think about stuff that I'm not normally thinking about, I suppose. And so I get in the shower and I just start thinking. And then I don't even remember what the fuck I was supposed to shower portal today.
Yeah.
I was supposed to do the shower portal today.
And I'll be in the middle of my channeling or portal and you come in the bathroom and start talking to me and I'm just like, You're pulling me back.
Oops. I'm your old life. I'm bringing you back.
You're bringing you
back
the
down.
terror.
Yeah.
The horror.
I'm going to do like a Donald Sutherland and the Body Snatchers. Oh. Just going to get you going.
Just bring me right back to this nightmare.
Bringing you back. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I could do that. I don't know if I've actually done it. I've done the thing where kind of we're not necessarily what you do with the affirmation type, but I do the washing off the bad, I guess.
The negativity.
The negativity from the day. I do that. I I do that in the shower.
You do in the shower?
I do in the shower, and
Jesus.
it's I'm 5, and
how does it?
but it then I make my wife clean it up.
I'm like, how does it go down the drain?
It doesn't. You have to clean it up. That's why I left it in there for you.
I don't clean anything up. Who are you making clean this up?
Oh, damn! I thought it was you. Maybe it was the dog.
Anyways,
I do that when I'm in the shower, but it's not as I don't know. My ritual is not as complex as yours, I feel. That's just my choice.
hey,
Yeah.
it can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, I figured, you're making it your own thing. I'll try not to bug you anymore. But,
It's okay.
but hey, just FYI, sometimes you forget to like get a new bar of soap. So then you
It's
reach
true.
out to me and you go, hey,
I
can you
try
bring me a new
not.
bar of soap?
Lately, I haven't been doing that though.
No.
I've been doing a good job.
Yeah. I'm very proud of you.
I'm prepared.
Yeah. Look at you.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, 0 was great.
Yeah.
And lately we've been able to go on other
Yeah.
people's podcasts. Adam from Deborah Gets Red Pilled, we got to go on his
Mm-hmm.
and do a little couples counseling with
Yeah.
him and Emily. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that episode.
It'd be nice to go on again and talk. I feel like it was like couples counseling.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. If you haven't checked out that episode, check it out.
Yeah.
Deborah Gets Red Pilled.
I enjoyed one of his latest episodes with Klaus Schmidt Jr. It was
Schwab.
oh man. I've never seen Adam smile so much
Yeah, it was really funny.
in an episode, and
I enjoyed it. It made me
cracked
smile.
me up. Yeah, seeing him smile made me smile, and it cracked me up because that guy is fucking hilarious. I would like to see him live, but I'm not vaccinated, so I don't know if I'm allowed.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
I enjoyed talking to them, and I look forward to doing it again in the future.
For sure.
And what else recently we did a swapcast with Conspiracy Kyle.
Yes.
Yes.
That
was fun.
He is a young Christian warrior out of Ohio. And no, I don't know if he's Christian, I have no idea, but he's a great man from Ohio, and his show is like all about Star Wars, but it's like related to kind of everything that's going on right now. And it's so funny how Star Wars is so allegorical when it comes to our lives and to like all this like crazy shit that the cathedral's putting us through right now.
Yeah.
And for him to kind of document it in his show, and he doesn't just do that, he brings in, like, I think the other day he had somebody on that we might have on. I don't want to tell anybody, but pretty cool, interesting guy. He does other stuff too, but it's funny how everything is related to Star Wars because he has so much information on it. And in our episode, he totally swung some like idea at us, like about Jar Jar Binks, that I fucking hate Jar Jar Binks, the worst character in any movie whatsoever. And I've looked into it. I've since looked into it a little.
Have you?
I have. And Jar Jar Binks might be the most evil genius in the Star Wars universe.
So Kyle, of course, is right.
Yeah, as usual. Especially when it comes to Star Wars. So I'm like, oh shit. I've yet to reach out. I will reach out and let him know. But
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You have to share that with me so I can look at it.
I'll send you something. You'll see it. You're gonna be like, oh shit. I saw like a little image that I don't think it was from a movie, but they drew it like computer Jar Jar Binks is like a computer generated character already.
Yeah.
So they kind of drew him, and I don't know if it's like an exact him or their version of it, but like with a Sith robe on and a hood and everything. And I'm like, Fucking A. It looks like it fits though, you know? So
That
it's
could
like
work.
hey, maybe.
I think of that video game with the shooting.
Which one?
Oh my, I think
There's
it was
so
on. It
many
was
of
on.
them.
No, hold on. It was on PS2.
Uh-huh.
It was Star Wars related and Battlefront.
Star Wars Battlefront.
I think
That
it was
game
the
was
second
fucking
one. I think it was
awesome.
the second Battlefront where you had to, like, the Jar Jars. You went to their level,
Yes.
their habitat. I don't know
Their
what it
habitat. They're like swamp, wherever they
Yeah, their city, whatever the hell you want to call
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
The Gungan cities.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
But yeah, and you had to like fight them and shoot them. That was the best. I just shot those motherfuckers.
I know.
I was-
Headshots all the way.
yeah, Battlefront was fun. But I just
love
think
that
of that
game.
every time I hear Jar Jar.
That game was my golden eye, but on PS2. Like
We would play that for hours.
Holy
Both of us.
shit. Anytime
love that.
we would sit and play that for fucking hours, and I don't even know. And we would just do the same ones over and over again because there was only like so many levels and so many
Yeah.
different areas to go down, you know.
But if you put the cheat in, you can unlock a bunch of levels.
Yeah, you could open up more, and we did that.
Of course.
But yeah, it was pretty dope.
But anyways, I digress. Oh my god. The mic just smacked into Buffalo's face.
Jesus,
That was
Lord.
graphic.
my
That was
lord,
graphic.
I am traumatized.
You gonna be okay?
I'm gonna be okay.
Do we need to call on Nurse Charlene?
No, I think I'll be okay. Speaking of, we had a great episode with Nurse Charlene.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I think a lot of people responded to us and said that they learned a lot. So, and since then, she has been looking into terrain theory more, communicating with me about it, and I've been sharing memes, and because that's the fastest way to communicate is memes.
I'm glad you really guided that episode because I know that's your jammy.
Healthcare.
Healthcare is your jammy.
Yeah.
And you were just like foaming at the mouth.
It's because I work in it and it's so fucking corrupt.
I was just
So-
I was just sitting there like, wow, this is good. She's speaking her piece and Buffalo's happy.
Yes.
So am I.
Yes. Yeah, that was
It was a good discussion though.
yeah,
She was very smart and knew her stuff.
very much. And I learned a lot from like their procedures and what she actually does. It seems like every hospital has something slightly different to do, you know? And
Yeah.
it kind of just depends on where you're at, like what your county's rules are and all kinds of shit. Like if you're in UCLA versus, you know, being out in, I don't know, fucking Timbuktu, like who knows? Obviously, Timbuktu is going to have less rules than UCLA. So you always have to keep that in mind. But apparently, COVID doesn't exist on Saturdays. That's something she let us know from having to go to the doctor on Saturday herself.
Crazy.
And yeah, what a world we live in.
What a world.
I don't want to talk about COVID anymore.
Shout out to Nurse Charlene.
Yeah, and her playlist is awesome.
Yeah,
as
we didn't
fuck.
get to discuss her music.
Oh, let's discuss her music. So I have her playlist right here in my hand. And she has picked, I think, pretty interesting.
Haircut 100. I love them. I'm glad she threw a couple of their songs on there.
Yeah, but she stuck with the classics. You know, we have some Earth, Wind, and Fire. We got September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. I fucking love that song. That song's a great song.
It is September. We should probably play it soon.
Yeah, we will. We'll
Is
play
that
it.
some like magic?
Probably. I don't know. Earth,
Like-
Wind, and Fire, right? Isn't that like the elements?
Mhm.
Ooh, witchcraft. But then she put some Marvin Gaye, Gotta Give It Up, because that song's pretty dope too. That's like fucking classic song.
Yeah, she did a good job.
Yeah. So great music choices. I've been looking at everybody's playlist, to be quite honest with you. I was listening to some of the songs on like the Mad Ones playlist. I know I was telling you that I was listening to some of the songs on there, and there is some John Foreman, who's a Christian artist, and I was not even aware, but I was totally listening to it and I didn't even know. And I had like a George Costanza moment, where I was like, this isn't too bad. Like, this is good music. This is nice, positive, good music. Not like, just like sad.
I do appreciate the sound.
Yeah.
But like very rough.
Yeah.
That guy is like just pouring his heart out in his songs. Like you can hear it in his voice.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah. I like the emotion
Yeah.
given. It reminds me of other artists that I used to listen to in the classic rock world. Like James Taylor. James Taylor has like a kind of an emotional voice when he sings certain songs. I don't know if you know who James Taylor is. You know who James Taylor? You know who James
Yeah.
Taylor is, right? I was like, you're giving me a look like, I've never heard this guy in my life.
I know. Your face was funny.
I'm like, come on, you fucking know who James Taylor is. But then like some of the songs that like Adam and Emily picked, like I've been
I love their
the
choices.
Stone Roses song I've been
Hell
playing
yeah.
like nonstop for a week, and I did not expect Bruce Springsteen on the list, but there we are, and it's a good song for sure.
There we are.
And then the song by Dissection, "Where Dead Angels Lie," that's a great song too, because I was digging on that. I've been digging on that, and I Want to Be Adored for like this whole week.
Good stuff.
Everybody's selection, and just like talking to Charlie Robinson and his selection, like the story behind him listening to music like on repeat, literally a certain concert from the Killers. And you have experience in this because as you work, you play certain songs.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I don't think I said this I didn't mention this when we were talking to him.
I mean,
but
you
I
kind
did
of,
mention
you
I mentioned the Interstellar album.
Yeah.
I do listen to that.
That's a
over
great
and over.
album.
Inception.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything Hans
Zimmer
Zimmer related. I listen to his stuff because it's good.
He's
it's
a good,
he's
a very good composer.
Yeah, but his Interstellar soundtrack is my favorite. Skyrim, the video game. I don't know if anybody is familiar with that. If there's any listeners,
Which Skyrim?
Elder Scrolls.
There you go. Be
5.
specific. Be
Good
specific,
Lord.
girl.
Skyrim is. That's it.
But I thought there were other like versions.
It's Elder Scrolls is I believe is the overall theme.
There's no like others like Skyrim.
No, there's other Elder Scrolls games.
Okay.
Yeah, and Skyrim was one of the offshoots.
I see. Okay. All
and
right.
I haven't played any of the other ones. I just got hooked on this one.
Okay.
But Fallout, that's a whole another same company. I do like those.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you listen to
that
the
soundtrack for Skyrim is the best.
Yeah.
I love listening to that while I work.
Yeah.
Or just clean or just for fun. Like I'll just put it on.
Yeah. And they also have whole other albums of just the ambient sounds.
Oh yeah, there's a Skyrim Atmospheres.
Yes.
It's 45 minutes of just ambient.
Yeah.
Is it ambience?
Yeah. Like
ambience.
Yeah. Whatever. Ambience, whatever.
It's like little background noise with some music, like birds or crickets, nighttime sounds. It's if you know the game, it's like game background. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, but it's good to listen to when
while you're doing stuff.
Yeah, it's just good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure you like it.
I
Unless you get tired of it.
I don't mind hearing you because you work in another room, so I don't mind hearing it like, somewhere else because I'm usually listening to a podcast or maybe I'm listening to nothing.
And it is a game I do enjoy playing once in a while. So
and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like watching you play it, even while I'm just doing stuff. You'll be playing it maybe every once in a while. You don't do it all the time, but sometimes I like to just watch you play it because I think it's funny. Parts of the story and the way that the game glitches the hell out. It's It's a super glitchy game.
That's what makes it the game.
That's what you say.
The
But
glitches are
I
hilarious.
don't like playing games that are glitchy. Um, I don't know. I haven't really played a whole lot of games to begin with. Kind of stopped altogether.
But yeah, if there's any listeners out there that know Skyrim, shoot us an email, frcpodcast@protonmail.com.
You're like, I will talk for hours.
I
on
love Skyrim. Oh my God. I love it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I think the whole point of this is like doing this music thing, getting everybody's song choices is it's helping me. I don't know if it's helping the fans, but it's helping me at least kind of connect to our guests on a different level besides the subjects that we talk to them about. Because sometimes it's really formal. Sometimes there's like something we want to talk about. You know, there's like an agenda to the show. Not an agenda. There's no like set agenda to our show, even when we talk to somebody. But maybe they're coming on to discuss a specific thing, perhaps. And we don't get to know the person behind the knowledge of that subject, you know?
Yeah.
So I like hearing from them and getting their kind of feedback on music that they like or has affected them in a certain way, because it gives me an insight on who they are as a person. And it makes me, I don't know, I feel a lot more connected. Like knowing, you know, I was just talking about Charlie, but knowing, I like the Killers and his selection there, with the Killers. Like I love that album. My favorite album of the Killers is Day and Age. And I love that album in particular because every single song, I can listen to every single song just back to back, and each song is a banger. Like I love every song on that album. And knowing like Charlie was doing his thing, you know, out in Vegas before he moved to where he's at now and doing the writing that he does now, but he connected to that track from his previous experiences. I connected to that same band through other experiences, and the music brings us together. And if we were both in a room together, but so was Brandon Flowers and crew, we'd be shutting the fuck up and listening to what they have to sing about because we're both fans. And that's what we're there for. And that's what I find pretty awesome, I think, because we're all a little different, but we connect on certain levels.
Yeah, and music is a big way to connect.
It's in the words of Above and Beyond at one of our concerts that we went to, they put the words on the screen. It's the only language we all understand.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they would type their messages out to the audience.
It's beautiful.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I know. Above and Beyond's awesome live. Anybody gets a chance to see them live and you're into trance music, they're pretty awesome.
We what is that radio show that they do?
Is it on Arena? No. It's group therapy. No,
I think it's group therapy.
Group therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there was a rave that we went to, and they were doing their group therapy live.
Yeah.
Unknowingly, like we didn't know, but it was pretty cool to be there for that.
Yeah. It was fantastic. It was pretty. Yeah.
It was rainy that night.
It was.
We were
huh?
yeah. That was the rainy night.
Was that when I lost my wallet?
Oh my gosh. That might be the same night. Yeah, when you lost your wallet.
I lost my wallet.
Oh man.
Never got it back. Ever.
Good thing I had monies.
Yeah.
And I was just like, here, keep drinking.
Yeah. And it ended up helping the situation. And then by the time we got back to the hotel, I was like, yeah, I lost my wallet. So did you guys get my credit card? Because if not, I don't know how to pay you.
You canceled it. So you lost it, but you canceled everything immediately.
Yeah.
While we were at the rave.
Yeah, pretty much.
In our little VIP section.
Yeah.
And once you did that, you were just like, what else can I do?
And
let's just have fun.
Yeah, and you were like, I'll just keep plying you with alcohol.
Yeah.
So I was like, fantastic. Red Bulls and vodka
Gosh,
most of the night.
that night was it's a blur now that I think back, and I'm thinking about how I got us around through the crowds and like, because it was crowded. There was a lot of people in those tents.
And it was raining. Everybody was wet.
Yeah, I managed to get us out of there when it was over, get us in a cab, get us home to the hotel, and I just passed out. I was freaking done. That was a fun night, though.
I had a great
Despite
time.
the wallet being gone.
Yeah.
That was the only time you lost your wallet at an event we've been to, right?
That's
like a concert.
Only time. Yeah. And it kind of pissed me off because I was like, man, I actually really had a great time. And I lost my wallet. So, like, what do? You can't really be angry, you know? You really can't.
Yeah, we ran into some people I went to school with.
Yeah.
I went to college with at the time. And, oh, man, that girl was wasted.
Oh, yeah, she was.
She was a mess. Like, I didn't even know if she knew what was going on.
Probably not.
She was all over.
Yeah. Then we met, like, some dope-ass Canadian guys wearing stormtrooper hats. Or masks or helmets or
yeah,
some
that was
shit.
that was a 2-day. That was one of the 2-day raves that we went to. Oh my gosh.
Was that the same one or was that a different one?
That was a different one.
Okay.
Yeah, that one you didn't lose your wallet.
I did not. No. Those were nice guys though.
2-day rave.
Yeah.
It was hot as hell.
Oh yeah.
But man, we kept once again when we were alcoholics back in the day. We weren't really alcoholics.
We weren't alcoholics.
I always
Alcohol
say
was
that.
Never a problem for us.
I always say that to people.
We always had plenty of it. I'm just kidding.
I say that to people just to throw them off.
Yeah.
Because you look at me and you don't think, oh, she's never had a problem.
Yeah.
You know, problem.
Yeah, but you also look at like somebody like John Mulaney and you don't think he has a problem.
Yeah.
But apparently he has lots of problems.
So when I talk to people that I've known for only a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, back when I was an alcoholic. And they just look at me like, whoa, like what?
They're like, oh shit.
But
just
we
got
really
serious.
did drink a lot. We really did when we went to those concerts and those raves, I should say.
Yeah.
But we didn't drive home. We always took a cab back to the hotel.
Yeah, or Airbnb where we were staying or whatever.
But yeah, we kept drinking Jaeger. The Jaeger was like cheap.
Oh yeah,
for that whole event for some reason.
Because it was like partially sponsored. I
so
think.
We got Jaeger shots.
Yeah.
Then we hooked up with my sister.
Oh yeah.
And that was so much fun. She was, it was a good
She was having a good time too.
Oh man, I can't wait for my nephews to get older.
I know.
So I can tell them the stories.
About hanging out with their mom, getting drunk at concerts.
At the raves, yeah. Good times. Yeah, we drank a lot. We saw so many good DJs.
Yeah.
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 I don't know I think Artie was there.
At the same event.
At that same event.
I don't know if that was the same one that Green Velvet was at.
I think Green Velvet was there, yeah.
Was he there in that kind of warehouse?
He was there.
Yeah. That was, yeah.
I think Orbital was there too.
Orbital was also there. Yeah, there was some classics there. Was that the same one? No, that wasn't the same one that we saw EDX at. That was a different one. Yeah. That one was during the summer and it was hot. I remember.
Yeah, all those events were hot. Yeah, they were all during the summer.
Jersey Shore looking motherfuckers there, I'll tell you.
Good times.
Yeah.
But the one thing I miss about raves is how fun and friendly people were.
Yes.
Like no drama.
No.
We were there just to enjoy the music, connect, and just vibe out.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people were on drugs and some people took it overboard.
Probably on some
people took it overboard and would like have to go to the paramedics that were on site. But for the most part, it was no negativity at all. No. I don't know. I can't speak for how they are today because it's been years since we've been.
And it was never like unsafe.
No,
there was never like violent situation.
Yeah,
I've never ever seen a violent situation at a rave ever.
I never felt unsafe.
No.
It was a good time.
Yeah. You took me out of my kind of, what would you call it? My little introspective shell that I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
And Because I fucking hated going to concerts, man. I was just like, God, I gotta be around everybody. There's so many fucking people.
Yeah. What did I start you on? Warp Tours?
Warp Tours.
Vans Warp Tour, everyone.
Which is not
Rest in peace.
too bad. Because I'd never been to Warp Tour, and you'd already gone in past, years before you started taking me. But then you started taking me, saying, "No, let's go." And I think we started off with the one at Dodgers Stadium, or in the Dodger Stadium parking lot area.
Oh yeah,
That was that was like the first one we went to.
Or was it Ventura?
No, I think Ventura was after that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But the Dodger Stadium one, that was pretty good. Then we did one in like Pomona. That one was fucking insane because it was so hot that people were passing the fuck out.
And it was dusty.
Because they didn't wet down the dirt.
Yeah, the area they had it in was just dirt.
Yeah. When the crowd would mosh, the whole crowd was moshing.
It was just dust.
And it was just a big dust bowl. Just.
And people were sweating, so they were just getting caked in dirt.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
They were coming out looking like they just got out of the buildings that collapsed on 9/11. Oh my gosh. And but with dirt, not with like asbestos.
And I don't know why I thought I'm gonna take a couple towels with us that day.
Yes, because it worked out.
I just had a feeling. I'm gonna take a couple towels.
It was perfect.
And we ended up using those towels all day. Mm-hmm. We would dunk them in the ice water.
Yeah.
We'd straight up ask the vendors, like, "Hey, can we dunk our towels in the ice water?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah, every one of them was like, "Yeah, cool."
So we dunk them and throw those things on our neck, and we were chill.
We were set for the day.
Yeah.
And we did it a few times.
We do it like so often when we needed to.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole day we were
set.
Yeah.
And it cooled us down.
We get compliments.
Yeah.
Like, oh man.
People were like, "Man, I wish I'd have done that. You guys are smart." I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, she's the best.
Man. It was much needed because it was hot for sure.
It was,
and there was no shade.
No shade whatsoever. Not even under the stages. No shade.
Yeah, there was like some major people that we wanted to see, but overall it was just like, I would go to Warp Tour each year just to go because it became a tradition type thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to think of who was there that I was like, wow.
For the Pomona one?
Yeah, because there was some like stupid ass bands like
Angels
Forever
Airways was there.
Forever the Sickest Kids, they were there. I'm just like, and then
really
the Academy was there, and they were like, yeah.
Yeah, so, that guy's kind of
very tight pants.
Very tight pants. I don't know where he fits his penis.
But yeah, Angels and Airwaves was there.
Yeah. Yes. And I distinctly remember someone in the crowd yelling, "Fuck Tom DeLonge." And I kept thinking, why did he even show up if he doesn't like Tom DeLonge? And
Little did we know.
Now I'm like, that guy was right. Fuck Tom DeLonge, you Freemason cunt.
Little did we know, or NPC asses.
Good God. Academy of the Stars, my ass. Laundering money.
Oh my God. No. Yeah, they were whatever. What else was it? Oh, Story of the Year.
Story of the Year
was there.
Was that the one that Gym Class Heroes? No, Gym Class Heroes. That was when we went.
No, that was in Ventura.
That wasn't Ventura. That was
Ventura. Oh no.
No, that was in LA.
It was some LA one.
That was like Home Depot Center back in the day. Yeah, I remember. Man, those are such good shows. Especially when you get the small ass artists. Like I remember at the Home Depot Center, Beat Union.
And they were in Pomona too.
They were in Pomona, but I don't think we really went to go see them there. We went to go see them for sure at the Home Depot one.
Yeah.
And you introduced that band to me. You introduced so many bands to me that I never listened to in high school. You were like my Spotify before I had Spotify. You were like the Pandora.
God, I was obsessed.
Yeah.
I still love music.
Yeah.
Just like in high school, the same feeling.
Yeah.
The concert feeling slowly has faded. I shouldn't say it had. The intensity of it has faded over time.
For sure.
When I was in high school, I felt like, oh my God, if I missed this concert, I'm going to die. Mm-hmm. Like, I need to go to this one and this one. That was the main reason I got a job.
So you could pay
At
for
Stater
concerts?
Brothers. Well, not one of the main reasons. I also just wanted to pay my way
Yeah.
through high school.
Because you have like high school events coming up and
Yeah.
stuff. You want to pay for that shit.
But yeah, any extra money, what's savings? You know, I should have put that into savings,
Yeah.
but no,
You buy like
it
AP
went.
magazine and stuff.
Oh my god, it went anything music related. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Dodger Stadium one, Warped Tour, was one of my favorites. On top of the Long Beach Warped Tour that I went to.
I don't think I went.
You
to
weren't
that.
there.
Yeah, I didn't
But
go
that
to
was the first one I went to.
Oh wow, the Long Beach one.
Yeah.
Where was that at? Was that Queen Mary?
It was at Cal State Long Beach.
Oh, Cal State Long Beach. Okay. No, I remember going there. My favorite one, to be honest, was the ones that we would go out in Ventura.
Those are a different
Um,
level. I can't even.
Yeah.
Those were great.
The running into Jeff from the Used, just walking around
Yeah,
with
the
his
bassist.
pretty girlfriend, and
Yeah.
then totally just like, "Are you Jeff from the Used?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Can we take a picture with you?" Oh yeah, okay.
Busted out my digital camera.
Yeah, holy shit, digital camera time.
I still have some of those pictures.
I know.
We got to go through them one day.
Yeah, we'll have to
Our
post
Warped
some.
Tour pictures.
post
Oh my
some.
God. Can you imagine? Listeners, would you like to see our Warped Tour pictures?
Holy shit.
Because we'll bust some of them.
Yeah, I
Oh
remember.
my God.
I took a picture with that dude from Coheed and Cambria. He was just like chilling in a lawn chair by their bus.
So, okay. So we weren't weirdos or anything. We had backstage passes.
Yeah.
Because there were some points where if you donated blood, like some years during Warped Tour,
Yeah.
if you donated blood, you got this like backstage VIP pass.
You still had to buy a ticket to Warped
You
Tour.
still had to have a ticket.
But you got a way to get into where like the buses are.
And when this thing first started, it wasn't really controlled properly. So literally, we just were allowed. We had the wristband. We were just allowed backstage.
Yeah.
And the band members were just hanging out by their RVs. You know,
Like in
if they weren't on
Fucking lawn
stage.
chairs.
Yeah, if they weren't on stage or weren't off campus, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
they were hanging out by their RV or their bus.
Yeah.
And so we'd go backstage and go talk to some of these fools, and the Coheed and Cambria was there.
Yeah. That one chick is a bitch. The Paramore chick.
Yeah.
She's like a cunt.
She freaking ran off from people.
People were like, "Oh my God, Haley!" You know,
Yeah,
like, and she just straight up was like, "Oh, I have to go," and she just like
yeah.
ran like beeline to her bus.
My favorite part also, besides going backstage, was you got to stand on the stage
Yes.
for some of the stages.
Yes.
And even though the audio, it was because you're listening to the band, you're standing behind them.
Yeah.
So the audio isn't projecting as it would if you were just facing them. So that was shitty. But getting to see the view that they get to see
Oh yeah.
from the stage and watching how the audience reacts
Yeah.
to their music, holy, it was the best. It was just so, the power that they have to like to move the audience. It was so cool to see.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
It's magic.
And I was like, damn, I'm like 5 feet from these motherfuckers, you know? Just like it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
I loved the emo, metalcore, hardcore genres,
Oh yeah.
I guess.
For sure.
Like scary kids scaring kids. That was
Mhm.
one of the bands that we got to stand behind.
Yeah, I remember.
And the crowd was just going nuts. Nuts.
Yeah, there were like things being thrown around.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was pretty awesome. I remember we weren't on stage for him. We were actually in the crowd, but he came down. Is POS, who is a rapper. He got a Michigan or no, Minnesota. And man, he like straight up like he started on stage and just went over the barrier into the crowd and just stood there and got he got all these dumb white kids to get around him and just like it was a scene out of 8 Mile. I'm not even kidding. Everybody was just like, "Oh shit!" And he sang "Let It Rattle," which is a great song. If you get a chance to listen, it's POS. The song is "Let It Rattle," and
It's P.O.S.
yeah, so it's abbreviated.
It stands for a variety of things, right?
It does. But he manipulated that crowd very well and got everybody into it. And the music and him pumping everybody up, it really reminded me of like a ceremony around a bonfire or something where you can really bring the crowd in and get them into some sort of like a bit of a trance. And I guarantee you that probably 90% of those people that were around him had never heard of him until that day. I guarantee you. But they went home,
Yeah,
and they found his fucking work, and they probably listened to him because that's what
we
the
did,
fuck I
right?
did.
Like, yeah, we were just like, look at this fucking guy.
Yeah, I was like, this is fucking. I was like on Warp Tour, on motherfucking Warp Tour. All right, let's do this shit.
Another good performance from that day, Inner Party System.
Oh man,
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Ahead of their
man.
time.
Yeah,
way ahead of their time.
I think they were way ahead of their time.
They weren't appreciated.
Inner Party System, folks. If you ever get a chance to listen to this band, we have both their records.
They're like electronic
rock.
I don't even know how you...
Progressive rock. I don't really know what you would...
Yeah.
But it's electronic. It's like how Linkin Park was, kind of, in a way. But without like rap. It was more singing. And it was kind of, there were a couple ballad sounding songs. But their lyrics, if you get a chance to like read their lyrics, that shit's about our fucking society today. Nothing got better. I think that might be one of their songs. Nothing gets better.
It's not getting any better.
It's not getting any better. Yeah. And yeah, they are incredible. They broke up. I remember like after we saw them, hearing about them breaking up, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? Are you serious right
Kiss
now?
of death.
Yeah. So, but they had this weird, it looked like one of those kickboxing things that have a base that you feel like with sand or water, and they would move it around, and as it moved it would change like the sound of their keyboards and electronics and all that. It was fucking nuts. I don't know how they rigged it up, but it was pretty interesting. And
yeah, it was like a giant dick.
It was like a giant dick almost, except it didn't have like a head. It was like all shaft. All shaft, no head.
Oh man, good times at Warped Tour. That was yeah. I remember standing in line ready to get in for the first Warped Tour at Cal State Long Beach, and it was probably around noon. They usually started 11 maybe, like the first band would hit the stage. Yeah, we were waiting in line to get in, and I just hear Atreyu over the fence, and I can see just like dust coming up. So the crowd was moving, but yeah, Atreyu was on stage, and they played "Ain't Love Grand," and I was like, oh man, I was getting amped because they were just killing it.
You
I
just
get the
learned
chills.
where their name came from.
I did.
This week you learned a very important lesson.
I did, and I had no idea this whole time. I just love their music.
Yeah.
Up until their third album.
Yeah. You're like, up until recently.
No, their third album came out probably in 2006, 2005.
But their recent stuff I don't really like either.
Yeah, I can't. No, old Atreyu, I love you.
Yeah.
New Atreyu, I just can't stand you. But yeah, Never Ending Story.
Yeah.
Never Ending Story.
Oh man. Yeah.
Shout out.
God, we've been to so many concerts. The one that I like to think about are two in particular that we went to the House of Blues in Anaheim. One was a live album recording from Thrice. It was Thrice at the House of Blues in Anaheim. They fucking rocked. And it was cool to be there because they recorded it. So technically,
We didn't even know they were going to record.
yeah. So our yelling is probably in there somewhere. We have no idea. And then the other one was when we went to go see The Bravery, also at the House of Blues.
Oh my
in
gosh,
Anaheim.
yes.
And we were one of the early ones to get in. If you go in to their gift shop and you bought something,
Oh my
you
God.
could go in early
This
and
is-
see them
This is when the House of Blues in Anaheim was
in downtown Disney.
downtown Disney.
It's not there anymore.
No.
But it used to be there. And if you went in and bought anything, you could get in early. So I went in and bought a harmonica because it was like the cheapest thing. It was like $5.
Buy like a little shot glass, you
Yeah,
know?
you bought like a shot glass, and all you needed was the receipt, and they let you in.
A lighter.
Oh man, it was so great. And then we ran into this lady who was in line, and she did the same thing, and she followed them across the fucking country.
That's right, she did.
She did. She was like, oh yeah, I just saw them at their last show, and in there, I forgot where it was, if it was like in Nevada or Arizona or something.
This is 2008 is
Oh,
when this
man.
happened.
Yeah. And she was all about that band. And I remember you and we got super lucky because we were right in the fucking front.
Yeah, when it started.
Yeah. No, for the most, pretty
yeah.
much most of the time we stayed there.
So we were in the front, and Circa Survive got on stage
Oh,
before Thrice.
Yeah.
And oh man, didn't I know you? That shit started, and everyone was moving. I was like, we need to go.
I'm like,
we need to move to the back for a little bit.
Yeah, because you were warning me. You're like, this is gonna get rough,
and it did. So we moved to the back for a little bit, and then Thrice came on, and we did like move up, back to our spot.
I was thinking more for
a little bit.
The Bravery, we were up front.
The Bravery. Oh my god! I thought you were talking about Thrice still.
He fucking dove over my head.
Yeah, the Bravery were there the whole.
Yeah.
You're right. Sorry, I was still thinking about Thrice.
No, I mean, Thrice is dope. They were dope.
That Bravery show was really good though.
Yeah.
And I do just the little perks that we knew about.
Yeah.
You know, that just buying a little item and we get to go in early and get your spot early.
Yep.
Right up front. Yeah, that Bravery show was. I got a drumstick.
Yeah, you got a drumstick from their drummer.
I did.
And we had, prior to that, I think, not even that long before, we had gone to the Virgin Mega Store in Hollywood.
Gosh, that's right.
To buy their Sun and the Moon album
Yeah.
or something like that. Maybe this was after, probably, I think. And if you bought the album that day, that certain day, the Bravery was going to come in and sign it for you.
Yeah, they were doing a signing.
Yeah. And so we got to go up and like say hi and shake their hands and stuff. It was pretty cool.
I got a picture with them.
Yeah, you got a picture with them.
I'm sure that's floating around.
Yeah, I'm sure. MySpace. That was pretty dope. The little things that we would do for the artists that we really, really liked at the time.
Yeah, because there wasn't an Instagram or Twitter really.
Not.
I mean, was there a Twitter? There probably was a Twitter,
Yeah.
but it wasn't being used like it is today to promote artists and.
I wasn't on it.
Yeah, same
So,
here.
I don't know. I didn't really care about all that social media shit. I just cared about being there and doing the thing, you know? And it was super, oh man, all the stupid shit we would do. All the time we spent driving to these places. And the Bravery's not even together anymore.
I know. Goodness.
And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, they were definitely one of the mainstream because they were on the radio a few times.
They didn't start on the radio.
They didn't.
And not all their stuff was on the radio.
There's like a few mainstream artists that I do enjoy, and I hope they are not a part of the cathedral.
But you never know.
Nothing's come out yet, but you never know.
Oh, no.
Radiohead.
Oh,
you
man.
know, Smashing Pumpkins.
We were talking about that this week. You were like, God, I hope Tom York's not part of these motherfuckers.
Deftones. 9 Inch Nails. That motherfucker's probably.
Trent Reznor.
He
did the music
he
for The
got an
Social
Oscar.
Network.
Yeah.
He won an Oscar for that.
That's another soundtrack I enjoy listening to.
He's
also.
promoting the vaccine.
Is he really?
He is. He's
Oh my
part of
God.
the cathedral. He's a part of the cathedral.
Okay.
Great industrial music.
Okay.
Fantastic. I love Nine Inch Nails. I love pretty much, I wouldn't say all their albums, but a lot of their albums I like.
Yeah.
I have some of their albums. I don't care. I'm going to separate the art from the artist there. He's not that great of a person, but his art is fantastic,
Oh man.
And I'm not going to like burn my albums.
Definitely no.
I'm like, I paid for that shit. That's so stupid.
What's the album with sunspots and every day is exactly the same?
Oh, is that With Teeth?
There you go.
Yeah.
I love that one.
That's a great album.
Even the early ones
Oh, man.
from the 80s are good. But yeah, another mainstream artist, Deftones.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy them.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I'm not going to lie.
There's too many to name, but those are just...
And some of these songs are... Yeah, Chevelle. Yeah, you took me to a Chevelle concert. Actually, yeah. Not that long ago, but you did take me. That was one of our last concerts we finally went to. The thing with these artists, the thing with the songs that we're talking about here is like certain songs you and I are listening to or we have listened to in the past, and they've been at critical points in our life, at critical events in our life.
Yeah.
Or at critical moments where it's either playing in the background or we hear it or we're both singing it at the same time. And that's some moment that now when we hear it, it's almost like a time machine. It just throws you right back to that moment.
That is the beauty of music. That can definitely be said. A lot of people can say that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There are certain songs or certain moments in songs that'll take you back to a certain moment in your life, whether it be good or bad. I do have good and bad.
Yeah.
Like there's certain albums I can't listen to.
Yeah.
And some that I can listen to because if I need to perk up, I'll throw a certain song on because it takes me back to some moment in time where I was happy.
Yeah.
But then again, you got to be careful with that because it's taking you out of the moment.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to live in the moment and stay in the moment.
Yeah. Even if it's
negative.
sad, negative moment.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know if you're like me, but when you have one of those moments, would you listen to something sad and negative and it kind of knocks you out of it?
Yeah, I'd listen to one of my hardcore bands, or my metalcore bands. Mm-hmm. And it would take me out of it, as weird as that sounds.
No.
Because it's like screaming, screamo, emo music. Listening to that when you're down or you're upset, you'd think it'd agitate you or amplify the situation. Maybe for some people it does. Uh-huh. But for me, no.
No. I mean, I work with a girl who likes to listen to metal music and it relaxes her. So, yeah, I mean, everybody has a different kind of vibration with music. And it just seems like this is something that's going to translate across everyone. And that's why I want to keep doing this and getting a playlist from everybody that we talk to. I think what I'm going to do is I'll keep the playlist for like a year. If it doesn't build up too much, if it gets too crazy, I might have to delete some of the older ones. But I'll record the songs in the ongoing playlist. And we can all kind of refer to it. And then, I don't know, if the playlist gets too long after a year, I'll freeze it in time and leave it there, and that'll be volume 1. You know? I'll see. I just don't want to cloud up my Spotify account because I actually like to make playlists for myself too, guys. So I just think it's a good way to connect, and I don't want to get rid of the music because I go through and I listen to the music that our guests recommend because I like to get to know them. And I think that some of the music has turned me on to other music that I'm like, ooh, Spotify will suggest if you like this, you might like this other artist, and you listen to something else, and it'll kind of open up one of those new doors for you where you're like, ooh, I wonder what this artist does. So you'll start to go through their albums and listen to a couple of different things.
Yeah.
I started doing that with some of the stuff that Cam recommended from the Mad Ones.
Hmm.
Some of his choices opened up other choices that I was like, ooh. And
Cam and Jessica's choices are
bo-
very good.
both of their
Both of 'em.
choices. Yeah.
They definitely opened up my eyes to, I'm sorry, my ears to some new music. I'm very open to hearing new music as
Yeah.
long as it's not mumble rap
Yeah. Or Nashville country.
or Nashville country.
Yeah. I'm all for, I'll listen to.
That's hard to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'll listen to anything if it's got a beat and it has a good sound, or it sound, the lyrics mean something to me, or the artists I connect with. It's really kind of, I'm versatile. I'll go with
Yeah.
anything. I've listened to like world music, like Lady Smith, Black Mambazo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna like listen to
You
them.
love Lady Smith Black Mambazo.
I really don't. I'm not. I'm not gonna like seek them, But if they come on, and I'm required to listen to it, then I wouldn't mind. But I'm open to listening to things.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal to me to try something new. I'm much different now than when I used to be younger.
Oh, yeah.
And I would lock myself in and be like, no, it's only, what's the stupid station I used to listen to? K-Rock. It's only K-Rock.
Oh, man. Not
K-Rock.
even.
It's all about K-Rock. And then 1031 Indie came out. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's 1031.
I had my LimeWire. So
Well,
I
everybody
could
had LimeWire.
listen to anything I wanted.
We all stole music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything emo, hardcore. Oh my God. Thursday.
Oh,
The
man.
Used. Seosin. You know.
I know you.
I will listen to those forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we started dating and I was like, she's alternative. I like her.
Finch.
Finch?
At the drive-in.
Finch? At the drive-in is a shit. You don't fuck around with At the Drive-In. I love At the Drive-In. If you like Mars Volta and you don't like At the Drive-In, you're fucking stupid. I don't know what your problem is.
Jesus.
Because I love Mars Volta. It took me forever to find the D-Louse at the Comatorium record. And now that I finally got it, it's like one of my prized albums that I own now that I can sit and listen to all the way through from the beginning to end. And I love every single song.
Would you throw Shiny Toy Guns into the mainstream category?
You know what? I've thought about this. I have sat and thought about, do they count as mainstream? I have only heard like one or two songs they've ever made on mainstream radio. And that would include Lay Disco would be one.
Lay Disco.
And You Are the One. And I've only heard them play that very rarely.
That version of Shiny Toy Guns.
Yes.
Okay.
But I've heard them play Lay Disco quite a bit.
Yes. Carafe.
Carafe.
The only version
Yes.
of Shiny Toy Guns.
The only real version of Shiny Toy Guns includes Carafe, not the
I don't remember.
one album that we don't like to talk about without her.
She read the shades.
Yeah, they would play that song, but you know what? I don't count that as Shiny Toy Guns because it didn't have Carafe.
Yeah.
So I don't
Of course. No, I know.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
But I would say because of that limited playtime, no, they aren't mainstream. I didn't connect to them through the mainstream. I connected to them back in the old day with MySpace, where you would find one artist and then connect to other artists based on who they liked and who worked with and all that. And I found them, and I remember telling you about them, and then you listened to them, you liked them. We were in high school. I just got my driver's license. I said, they have a free show at the Hammer Museum. Let's go.
Oh man.
So we drove all the way to West LA, 4 of us in a car. I probably shouldn't have been driving all 4 of us, to be honest with you. I don't know if that was like cool with my permit at the time.
Hey, we were there. We got there.
We got there, made it. And it was
you are the one.
Yeah, I am the one that got us there. It was a great show. That was the show that there was like this homeless or hipster Asian man who was like in his 60s, 70s.
Did that open?
No. He was in the crowd with us dancing, and
Oh.
and there was like this lady that was like,
Oh
yeah. You remember?
I
Do you
remember.
And I was like, this motherfucker's got moves, and he's like old, you know.
Oh my god.
And they played their set. It was fucking phenomenal. We saw them again at the Wiltern when they returned to Los Angeles after a
Yes.
tour.
That's when they finally released their full length album.
Yes. And that was a magical show. That was
Self-titled? Was it self-titled?
Shiny Toy Guns. Their
That-
Shiny Toy
that-
Guns album.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was self-titled, right?
I think so.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that show.
I think that it rained snow or had snow or
We
foam
are
or some shit
we are
on the inside.
pilots.
We Are Pilots. There we go. And they had like this like montage like music video thing that they presented, but when they ended it, they were like, now we're back home, because Los Angeles is their home, their home
Yeah.
base.
Yeah.
And the crowd fucking went nuts, and there was like foam, snow, and shit.
Yeah, they made it snow.
And they played every song that I wanted them to play, and they even played Photograph, which I was
Oh,
like, are you fucking
man,
serious right
yeah.
now? They played Photograph. And
Yeah, you were freaking out.
I was freaking out. You got me a cool shirt, which you now wear because I'm outgrew it. And it was a fantastic show. We also got to see them completely free
Oh man.
at the Santa Anita racetrack.
Yeah, I was just like, don't cry out.
Yeah. Oh man. We were in like inches of them because we were at the front,
Oh yeah.
and I got some good photos.
It was so the stage was underneath like one of those basic canopies.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
those like
measurements
little
are.
10 by 10 canopies.
Yeah, the typical canopies you set up at a soccer game
Yeah.
or something.
That parents have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like maybe two or three of those.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
They were
But
up.
It was
They weren't even up that high. They were like
Yeah.
up maybe like what, 12
the
inches?
stage was
14
2
inches?
feet maybe.
Yeah.
2-3 feet and
And there was no barrier.
free performance.
No barrier between the audience
They
and
killed
them.
it.
And they killed it.
It was great.
And she got out in the crowd. And
She did. Carafe.
yeah, she's a legend. They're awesome. They're very cool. And it was great. And that's something that now I'm like reflecting back on it. I'm glad you asked me that question if they're mainstream or not, because I thought about that, and I'm like, no, you know what? They're not. I don't think they are. I really don't. They only would play. They played Ricochet on the radio, but that wasn't Carafe, so it doesn't count. And they played Lay Disco a lot. I've heard You Are the
Yeah.
One once on the radio, and that's it. I never heard it again after that.
Yeah.
It's almost like they played it like a test, and they're like, that didn't work with the crowd. But it worked. I love that song. So the radio can fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had great times going to all these concerts. I'm gonna miss it when we move up to the middle of nowhere. But no, it's not like we're gonna be in the middle of nowhere. There's people there too. But there's no crazy concerts like what we have here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look forward to going and trying a different life.
So before we get to the Idaho talk,
Yes, Lakes.
and while we're on music, which is the greatest subject of all time,
Yeah, we could go on for hours and hours.
I love talking about music. And so do you. I think we have playlists of our guests.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe we should put one together of our favorites. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a good idea. We like a lot of music. I definitely know we can fill it up with tons of music.
Fill it up.
Fill it up. I know for sure we can let people kind of into our little world a little bit more.
Oh yeah. Throw in some electronic
Yeah.
music.
Yeah. Random different genres, not just electronic, but
Yeah.
for sure.
Like, I don't know. I don't know how you'd say flight facilities or Rufus Du Sol.
Yeah,
How they would be
I don't know how you describe them.
Bob Moses.
I mean, he's kind of they're kind of deep house.
You think so?
Bob
Odessa?
Odeza's not deep house.
Okay.
But Bob Moses is deep house.
Okay. But yeah, we should probably put one together.
Yeah.
And I'll put some Skyrim songs on there too.
There you go, ladies
My
and
favorite
gentlemen.
Skyrim song.
There you go, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
getting so excited right now.
Oh my gosh.
You got a big smile.
She's like, oh my god, you're gonna get into my world, my world of video games, and Skyrim. I'm just like, oh.
You're so rude.
No, it's a good,
Soothing.
It's soothing for sure. It's if you don't mind like Renaissance fair sounding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring ding 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 ding. That's kind of the minstrelly
I'm gonna die.
sound that I
That's
think
really
of
good.
in certain tracks in the background.
Oh my god. That's true though. You're right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So we'll put that together.
we'll throw a list together, and over time we'll add songs here and there.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I'm excited.
Cool.
I'm excited the music edition that we've done, and I hope listeners you're excited too,
Yeah.
and you're enjoying it.
And if you don't have Spotify and you can't listen to the playlists we put together, because that's where we're putting them together, I'm hoping that at least when you go to our website, you can at least flip through and see the songs, so you can find where to listen to those songs elsewhere. I'm not going to put fucking YouTube playlists together. That takes forever. So
Yeah.
Spotify is the easiest because I use it for myself. So sorry if you don't have it. But I think there's still a free version of Spotify, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works.
I don't know. Some songs might not be available,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
we'll see. I'm not sure.
So it's what's gonna work for now.
Yeah, for sure. I look forward to putting stuff in there and giving people a little insight into who we are, into the insanity that rolls between my ears.
So, speaking of insanity,
Uh-huh.
family,
Yeah.
Idaho.
Yeah. We have some updates. But before we do, I have a question for you.
Oh,
What does Idaho mean to you?
oh my gosh. It means nature, family, community.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't say my future, but our future. And for me, a way to connect to my true path, I guess, to follow my true path
Mm-hmm.
and connect to my true self even more. All those things.
Well, yeah, I would agree. For you, for sure. To me, it means freedom when you compare it to where we're at now.
Of course. Yeah.
And
I mean, I didn't throw that in there because I'm free no matter where I go.
yeah,
I have that mindset. So that's
yeah.
why I didn't say that.
Except that there's certain firearms I can't own here,
I know.
so that's why I'm like, I'm not really free.
I mean, you know, you can do what you want.
I'm like, I like guns, so
do
just
what
like-
you want.
I like to own them and shoot them. Not at people, but at targets and stuff. To me, it just means freedom. So it's still the main goal to get there.
Yeah.
The side goal, obviously, is our show and doing this and getting to know people and sharing kind of our random self and journey with our fans who do listen to us and reach out to us. And thanks for all of you guys who have been emailing us lately. We already got a response back from people who listen to Zero.
Oh, yeah.
Who like that as well and reached
Shout
out.
out to Blake.
Shout
Appreciate
out to
you.
Blake. You're awesome, man. And
And Mr. Bill and his girl from Idaho.
yes,
And Mr. Rob from the UK.
yes. we keep getting great emails from you guys, and I'm enjoying it immensely. I'm having way more fun doing this than my job that pays me, and I'm not getting paid to do this. And I don't care because I like it.
Yeah.
I have so much fun doing it.
It's been good for our souls.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. And like Sam Tripoli says, thank goodness that podcasting is the thing, because otherwise I'd just be walking around talking to myself. Because I would be doing that too.
Talking to my damn plants.
Yeah, I'd be talking to our dog, telling her all kinds of shit, and she'd just be looking at me like, could you just give me food and you know, snacks and stuff?
Your negativity is hurting me.
But I've been enjoying it, and this is something we can still do when we go up there, obviously, as long as we have kind of like we're close to an internet connection, right?
Yeah.
But there's been some changes going on. I don't want to get too like detailed into
Too personal.
family drama that's going on, but it's looking like you know, it's not looking like we can just up and leave and go live in the trailer that my parents have. And I don't want to get into details, but they're going to need a place to escape to from some insanity that's in our family. And I can't live with my parents. Once you live on your own, you don't want to go back, you know?
You can't.
You can't also live with my parents. Not that there's, you know, I'm not going to talk shit on my parents. They raised me right.
Yes.
And I love them very much.
Yes.
But it's not fair for us to kind of all live in the same home to avoid somebody in the family who's being a problem and a drama. And so it looks like our plan is going to have to be, we're just going to need to sell and take the money and buy something that we can move into right away. And it's coming down to right now, are we lucky enough to get something with space to have some kind of animals, you know? Because the price, there's some affordable homes that we can afford, but I don't want a mortgage.
No. That's one of the main goals.
I just want to pay cash and I want to get it over with. I don't want to be beholden to a bank. I'm tired of that. And it's one less link in their chain that they have over me. So I would much rather take the money we earn from our sale here and pay cash. Hopefully not all of it. And we still have some extra to, you know, live off of for a little bit. I can take my job for now if they don't fire me for not answering their stupid fucking vaccination questions.
Yeah.
It's none of their goddamn business. I work from home. And so I think our plan will be, obviously, we're still going to go. I'd thrown out a wild plan out there, but I don't know if you were all into it because you didn't really seem like you wanted to do it. But I was like, hey, let's just sell everything and live in a fucking van and drive around and do the podcast while we're in a van.
It would be much harder to do the podcast, though, because the internet connection.
The internet connection. And also,
there's give and takes to each situation. If
we couldn't have chickens.
Exactly. It's like if we get a house,
Yeah.
we can still podcast our journey, keep doing this.
Yeah. Keep reaching out to people.
We can have chickens. We can eventually look into buying more land.
To have more
animals. If we go in a van, we can travel and go wherever the hell we want. Yeah. We're probably going to have to work odd jobs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
To make a little cash.
For sure.
But yeah, the podcast, that'd be hard to do.
It would be.
Chickens, that's not going to happen.
We could not do.
Growing stuff.
We couldn't stick to like our good diet that we've been trying to stick to with really fresh, good food from farms.
And same with our pup.
Yeah.
We recently changed her diet. We can talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, we have.
But there's give and takes to each situation. Not saying I'm not down for the van. Yeah. But I do enjoy this podcast.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to give this up. And I don't want
I want my damn chickens.
Yeah. I want my fresh eggs with bright orange yolks because my chickens eat bugs off the grass.
Yes.
So I want that, and I do. I have an aspiration to one day, if we are lucky enough to own enough land, to have a cow. I would like to raise a cow all the way from start to finish and give it the dignified end that it deserves when it's time to eat. And I want to have the old experience that my grandfather's generation had. And I believe personally that my grandfather really wanted my dad and my mom to stay up there and raise their family up there.
Mm.
And I'm not sure what prompted my family to come to like Los Angeles and start their life over here, but it ended up working out, and I'm in a way I'm thankful because I wouldn't have met you. So it happened on purpose. But my goal was to kind of close that loop, and to go back and see if we, if we're lucky enough to start a family, to have that kind of life to where you teach them the value of living up there in a place that allows you the freedom to raise your children and your chicks and your food the way you want and to be who you want without, too much oversight. And it can still happen. It's just going to have to be, might not be in the area that we originally wanted to be in.
Yeah.
In the Bear Lake area. It might be somewhere else where we can afford and the land is nice and we have space, some space at least. But there's a lot of property available.
Yeah.
All over
We've
the place.
both been looking.
Yeah.
And it looks very hopeful.
Yeah. And there are a few in the Bear Lake area, not directly in that vicinity, but around.
Yeah.
And close enough that we could be at the lake in 30 minutes, So we'll see where we end up. And so now it's going to be a game of like, we look every day to see what becomes available and what can we get for what can we afford with what we might get from our sale here.
Do you think we're still going to be able to go back in the winter?
I don't know. If we go back in the winter, it might be to really solidify a choice.
Yeah.
And it might not be to that area. It's going to be to whatever area that we plan to move to.
Yeah.
Because we can't waste time. So you only get so much time off work. And I know that when we leave, you're basically going to be switching to part-time.
Yeah.
And you won't really accrue your time away like you did because you're part-time. So you're going to have to, we'll have to use whatever time you have to kind of solidify our choice. And I wanted to speed it up after talking to Adam and go and just do all this, but life gets in the way,
There's certain things that pop up in your life that, I don't know, you think things are going to go one way and certain signs get revealed to you that you probably should follow.
Yeah.
Follow your gut on certain things, and
that's what we've been doing.
that's
following our intuition. What we've
been doing
following our gut
so far. And it sucks that it's not going to work out with the trailer and your parents, but we can do this on our own.
We did our house. We got our house on our own.
We can do
this on our own.
Yeah.
And I know that when we set our mind to something, we accomplish it.
Yeah.
So it's all about just follow through and letting we just have to be really in tune to how this is playing out.
Yes.
And observe it.
And I just got an idea to add to one of my mantras for my shower portal.
Okay.
So I'm going to write that down real quick.
Okay. You write it down and I'll keep jabbering. I think we need to take the time and really find a place that weather-wise will work, that we can get food from a good source. if for whatever food we can't grow ourselves, and we need to get to know the demographics of the area we're moving to, and the climate and the weather and traffic and all that kind of good stuff as much as we possibly can. You know, I had a thought like, what about another state? But going up there, I really liked
That
Idaho.
sounds wrong.
I really like Idaho.
I do too.
You know? It's such a beautiful fucking state.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. Yes, I did watch some Idaho documentary thing on, what do we say it? Like on Prime or something? It was
I
like,
remember that. It was very funny, narrated.
yeah.
Very funny.
But it was literally narrated by like this travel writer who's literally only written about Idaho.
Yeah.
He literally, all he writes about is Idaho, different aspects of Idaho, different pieces of it. And I'm not gonna lie, he did a good job because he didn't talk at all about Bear Lake, but he mentioned every single other part of Idaho, it seems like. And I'm like California. California is a beautiful, gorgeous state.
California gold.
Wonderful.
California gold.
California gold. Heel Hauser. But this guy convinced me, and I'm like, you know what, Idaho is just as great.
Yeah.
And that's where I want to go, and that's where I want to end up. And
Same.
put me in the ground there. So I think that's gonna be the goal still, no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get it. We just have some more to figure out, so we can't really rush it as we planned. Because trust me, once Adam put that bug in my ear, how ready was I to just be like, yeah, let's just get rid of fucking everything and go.
Yeah.
I was ready to just drop it.
Go to the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then this drama happened, and I'm like, we need to wait and see. We need to.
Well, we
our
need to
instincts here.
we need to actually find a house.
Yeah.
Basically.
But I was talking about in terms of like viewing the signs of the situation.
Okay.
We need to wait and see the signs.
Okay.
And
yeah.
And follow them, and go with, what the universe is guiding us to do. So I know no matter what, you're gonna be in it. And so's little pup here, and that's good enough for me, honestly.
Yeah.
It would be cool, not gonna lie, if we weren't in that far of a drive's reach from where Adam's gonna be at. But I know no matter what, we're gonna be quite far because we're in two different states. So
it'll be like driving to San Jose. It's fine.
Yeah, which really isn't that bad of a drive, actually.
Sacramento.
But it would be cool to connect and,
Connect to listeners too.
Connect to listeners up in Idaho who are listening, because we're seeing the numbers up there, and you guys are listening, which I'm kind of like, wow, why? I don't even know why, but thank you. And the positivity of people reaching out, saying that they've vibed with certain things we say, or, they tell us their little stories, or they send us pictures from their life. And I was like, wow, doing this was like the second best decision I think I've ever made in my life, besides marrying you. That's why I said this is the second best decision.
Smart move.
Yeah, I know. I'm romantic like that. Yeah, I just doing this, as have you ever had like inspirational teachers, like one inspirational teacher in your life?
I've had a handful.
Yeah, I've had like one, and she said, do what you enjoy doing and worry about the money later.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, yeah, but that's not practical. I'm still a very pragmatic kind of a person.
Yeah.
But she's right. She was right, because I don't like my actual job that pays me, but I enjoy this, and I would do this even if I don't get paid, because it's something that connecting to you guys when we get your emails and when we get your messages on Instagram, which we're on
Yeah.
Instagram now, and Twitter. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, and also just being able to talk to the guest that we've
Yes.
been fortunate to have on.
Yes.
And these conversations that we have together,
Yeah.
these are my favorite.
Yeah. I love all of this.
Sorry, folks, it's no Mr. Charlie Robinson or, you know, who else?
Oh, man.
So many.
We have a lot. We
So
have
many.
more coming
Yeah.
this month. We
You know, I was about to name someone that we haven't had on yet.
I know. I was about
so
to
I
as well.
I stopped myself for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
I was about to
we
say
haven't
our
dropped that yet.
I was about to say our next guest, and I was like, I just don't say that because they're gonna hear it anyways.
So, anyways, this conversations that I have with you, where we can sit here and just chit chat. These are my favorite.
Yeah. What do you think about this new configuration? Do you like this?
I do like this much better.
A little bit better because we're facing each other.
My knees aren't screaming at me.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this config. Maybe we'll start to do it this way, and that way we can, see each other's face better, and I'm not turning to the side and talking at you from the side of my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Side mouth.
Like
the mom in Rugrats. Angelica's mom, didn't she have side mouth?
Yeah, she had side mouth. She had side mouth.
That's weird.
Yeah, but we'll make it up there. We'll make it up to Idaho. In the meantime, we got a lot of people to talk to on our journey up, and we got a lot to learn. And when we find the right house, you guys will be the first to know.
For sure.
And we will connect with whoever the realtor is, but I am pretty sure we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to work out. It will work out. As long as we keep putting that positivity and that positive intention out there on what we want, it's going to work out.
Yeah.
The universe will always take care of us.
Yeah.
You live a life of abundance.
True.
You will be taken care of.
That is true.
But
we are in abundance now.
We are. Before we wrap up, I wanted to talk about our dog's diet.
Oh, yeah. We changed her diet.
I don't know if any listeners out there, if this is something you've tried or had no idea about. We actually started our dog on a raw food diet.
Mm-hmm. We make her food.
Yeah, so she's been having issues for month, probably like a year now.
Maybe a little bit more than a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just this dry skin, this like weird yeast smell.
Yeah.
No,
it's serious, like a yeasty smell.
Yeah, it's really hair loss. Did I say hair loss?
No, you didn't.
I said okay, some hair loss. So we're like, what the heck? We thought it was like allergies. Mm-hmm. She does have some allergies.
And she gets like a shot it's a biological product. It's not a medication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it helps with her itchies.
Yeah.
But probably, who knows, some of the vaccines that we've given her probably given her these allergies.
Yeah, we don't know because they just kind of give dog shots no matter what.
Yeah. So we were like, okay, we need to change her diet. Like we've been trying things here and there, but we haven't removed her kibble from her diet just yet.
No.
Even though her kibble says grain-free.
So they say.
It says that it's grain-free.
I don't know how it can be grain-free when it's like the pellet. It's like a pellet. Like, how do you get something?
And it's like made
like
in
a pellet.
It's made in the same factory as all these other non-grain-free.
Yeah.
Right?
So come on. Like, it's not. They just label it that way.
Yeah. So we had to fast her.
For 24 hours.
Yeah. And we gave her this water mixture.
With apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
To like soothe her tummy.
Yeah. So we fasted her and we were like, oh my gosh, she's going to hate us. We're not feeding her. She was okay.
She was fine.
She has her schedule.
Yeah. And she is really, she keeps us on schedule.
Yeah.
Like the second she's done with her, last meal of the day, she's like, okay, time for bed. Let's go. And she's ready to march to the to the bedroom and go to her bed.
Yeah.
And she's like telling us like, okay, now you guys go to bed too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very regimented.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when it came time for her meals and we weren't giving her meals, her 2 meals, she'd look at us like,
You're fucking with me.
like, what's happening?
What are you doing?
What's going on? But yeah, so this next day we got to finally feed her,
Yeah.
and it's a mixture of ground beef, 70-30, right?
Yeah, 70-30 ground beef. Egg.
Hard-boiled egg
Hard-boiled egg.
with the shell. You just crush it
You
up,
crush
right?
the shell up till it's like a powder.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you crush the egg up too.
Yes, a supplement called Dinovite, and another supplement called Lico Chops.
Lico Chops.
We're not sponsored.
No, it has like
but
a it has a. But if y'all want to reach out and sponsor us, though, you know, give us some free product.
Yeah.
It's got like the Lico Chops has vitamin E. It has omega-3 fatty acids.
Yeah.
Omega-6.
And I forgot what the Dinovite has.
The Dinovite has like it has additional minerals that she would be missing if she just ate meat. So it's you know, the minerals. It's minerals that she needs.
So stuff that's just lacking
in the meat.
In the meat. It's just like a multivitamin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kept, you know, when we first decided to do this, I was like, oh, can they even really eat raw meat? But dogs' stomachs are a pH of like 1. So yeah, they can eat raw meat. They're fine.
So it's ground flax seed, dried kelp, yeast culture. That's interesting. Dry yeast.
It's probably nutritional yeast.
It is.
Yeah.
Active nutritional yeast, you're right. Vitamin E, zinc, alfalfas.
So it's like all the minerals and
prebiotics,
base nutrients and prebiotics that she needs.
So that's basically what we give her, and we had to start her on like a very minuscule.
She had to start on like an eighth of her normal dose.
Yeah. She just 1 bite.
Yeah.
Basically.
But we tried to rip it up to like fool her to make it seem like it was more. But over the course of 8 days, you go from that small dose to her full dose.
Yeah. So she's been on her full dose for a week, right?
Yeah, a little over a week now.
Yeah.
She's been on full dose. She seems to really like eating her meals now.
She does.
She probably doesn't ever want to go back to kibble, I would imagine. And it's not as it like you think it's super expensive, but ground beef's super fucking cheap. Like, and we don't get like the expensive ground beef. You can use any ground beef, 70-30 chuck. You know, it's like regular, like whatever you get, the kind that you make burgers with.
And you make the mixture, and you basically portion it and freeze it.
Yeah, that's all we did was we portioned it out to her normal dose and kind of cut it to meet all those like titration days, you know, to get up to her regular dose. And yeah, now she's up to her normal dose in the morning and normal dose in the evening. And I'm thinking, because we weighed her, she lost a little bit of weight, but not too much. I want to increase her food a little bit more.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I did notice, and I know you noticed it too, is that like y'all feed your dogs like regular kibble. They probably like dump like what 2-3 times a day.
Yeah, our pup would go 3 times.
Yeah.
2 was normal.
Yeah.
3-4 times was like, oh man.
I was like, wow, she's really got to go.
Yeah.
And now with this, like our dog goes maybe once a day.
Yeah, and it's a very small.
I mean, she pees. She goes pee.
Yeah.
Like a normal dog, but she just only poos like once a day, maybe. Some days she doesn't, and we freaked out because we're like, oh my god, she's not functioning properly, but she seems happy. She's like laughing.
She's normal.
Wagging her tail, jumping around and dancing like she normally does. She's a happy dog.
Yeah, we did some reading on it.
Yeah, and they were saying that it's because your dog, when they eat kibble, there's so much shit in it that they can't process. So that's what gets shitted out.
They don't absorb anything.
They don't absorb it.
Or whatever's in it, they don't absorb most of it.
They absorb a tiny portion of what's in it. And your dog actually has some levels of inflammation from kibble because it's not all protein based. So your dog might actually be a little slightly heavier than what you think they're at. Once you get them on the raw diet though, their inflammation goes down. They become like ketogenic because they're eating basically just meat, and she poos very little because she absorbs it all.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's like, God, we're feeding her cardboard.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
basically.
good God.
No wonder her skin was all fucked up.
Yeah,
So-
and so we reading about what to expect with this new diet. They said her condition with the whole yeast thing is going to get worse
For a little bit.
because everything's dying off.
Yeah. So it's like a big die off.
It's a big die off, and then eventually she should get better.
Yeah. But her skin feels smoother.
Her skin is starting to feel smoother for
Yeah.
sure. So we'll keep you all updated on our dog's diet.
As if you really wanted to know. But the
But
purpose
yeah,
the
just-
purpose was to warn people that all
Yeah.
the shit that their dogs eat. And then they wonder why their dogs don't live as long as they need
Be
to. And they get like
careful.
tumors all over themselves and all kinds of shit.
You know, some of our dogs chose us.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that our dogs chose us, and we need to take care of them. They only have us.
Yeah. We're their best friends.
Yeah.
We're their only friends.
So treat them just like you treat yourself right when it comes to eating and exercising and getting sunlight. You need to be doing that for your little pups.
Yeah. And they'll love you back
Yeah.
1,000,000 times.
They
for
deserve it.
Yeah. Their lives aren't as long as our lives. And we really need to let them appreciate this existence, because I think they serve quite a purpose here
They do.
for people.
They do.
You know, I don't know if angels exist, but they're kind of the closest you're going to get to like an angel being in your life.
Fur angel.
Yeah, as lame as that sounds, but pretty much, we have to, the forces that guide us and protect us, including dogs. I think we owe a debt of gratitude and of respect. And I loved my previous dog, Daisy, that I kind of grew up with a little, and I love this little one. And as much as she irritates me sometimes, I wouldn't trade her for the world.
She's been on a pretty good streak lately.
I think she's been
I
happier.
think it's her diet.
I think it's her diet. She's wagging
She
her tail a
loves
lot
it.
more.
She makes noises and grunts that you've never heard. I've never heard.
She
The
wants
excitement.
her food
Yeah.
so much when we feed her. She
She
just
loves
like, I've never heard her grunt and moan like that before. I was like, Jesus Christ, this dog is fucking crazy.
Yeah. So anyone out there, if your dog is on a raw food diet, please share with us.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what you're feeding your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you do live on a farm and you have a farm dog.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
A lot of farm dogs eat very natural diets.
Yes, please share.
Yeah,
We'd love to hear it.
definitely.
But yeah, kind of going back to what you were saying previously before we jumped on our little dog tangent there. And this podcast, purpose building community,
Uh-huh.
you know. You know how I read my book every day.
Yeah.
My All Endings Are Beginnings
Yes.
by Lindsay Rogueways. Shout out.
Yes. It's a great book.
It is. It's so cool.
It's
I
awesome.
read
It's pretty
two.
awesome.
I flip through it randomly,
Yeah.
and I find 2 passages every morning before I start my day. And usually they're just on point to what I need to see that day, you know?
Because you're letting the universe decide which pages.
Yeah, and I've felt really connected to what we've been doing with this journey and this podcast, and I feel like we're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And with how fortunate we've been, the people we've gotten to talk to, this passage came across my vision today.
Your eye line.
Just being so fortunate, and feeling so, I don't know what the term,
blessed.
Thank you.
Full of abundance.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Feeling all those things. It kind of just came out when I was flipping this morning. So if you don't mind,
No,
I'd
don't.
like to read this out.
Please.
Share this with everyone.
Yeah.
So it's called Offer Up Your Peace. I'm going to try not to sound all ratchet when I read this, but...
I mean, you could do that or the NPR, whatever you want.
Yo, yo, yo. Okay. Okay, offer up your peace. The truth seekers are everywhere, but they're not always easy to find. We work to expose the darkness to the light, but the darkness wants to creep back in and occlude what it can. There are so many pieces to this puzzle of occlusion that we often cannot see the whole picture when looking just at our little piece. But when we reach out and connect across the void, we find that others hold pieces that locked perfectly with ours. And once we've connected them, another piece juts up from the chasm, grasped in the hand of yet another seeker. This is why you can never stop jumping across the divide to lock in with others looking to solve the puzzle. Let's get this darkness illuminated. So I really thought that resonated with what we're doing with this podcast and the abundance model and how blessed we've been lately on this journey with who we've been able to talk to and getting our message out there.
I agree. I think that's a great way to cap it.
Yeah. As we reach across the void to connect to listeners and fellow podcasters.
Yeah.
Appreciate you all and love you all.
Yeah. Light up the darkness, guys.
That's right.
Light up the darkness. Thank you for listening to the False Reality Check podcast. I'm Buffalo Rambler.
And I am Legs.
And you can find us on falserealitycheck.com or on Twitter.
Yes.
At FRC Pod.
FRC Pod. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean at False Reality Check. If you'd like to support us, swanbitcoin.com/false reality check.
Or we take donations from Cash App and PayPal. We will set that up soon on the website.
But yeah, send us an email though. frcpodcast@protonmail.com.
We love hearing from you.
We love hearing from you guys.
Send us pictures and
Yes.
connect with us.
Yes.
This is a community after all.
And we want to hear from you and connect. We're not crazy. We're not all crazy.
Just a little.
Maybe just a little.
Thanks for listening, guys.